Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Satoshi Sean. Glad you're here. We have a treat today. We have Mario Alberto from Exfinite. I want to call it Xfinity, but it's Exfinite, which we'll go over.
Yeah.
But if it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, the bell for notifications. Try to get out interviews and videos every week. Also, hit the like button. Really helps me out. Mario, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. Glad to have you here, man. I have a lot of questions for you on Exfinite. It looks like it looks like a very cool project if you can do what you are aiming to do. Which I'll get to that. But first, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into blockchain?
Yeah, so I have a past in on the dark side. I started my career in finance in London, in investment banking from 2012 to 2017. I started looking blockchain in 2016 on a private basis, investing as many. I launched a community when communities were really small in London, trying to bridge the finance world and the tech world, seeing what would come in the future, which is happening now, where they would start working together, right? So I was trying to bridge that gap. Then in 2017, in the spring 2017, I decided to transition with no real plan, just a lot of nice ideas and some community out of banking to do this full time. And I decided to do that. And I advised on a couple of ICOs during the ICO boom. I'm in contact with the Singularity Net team, and I was part of the Tata 2 team. And then basically in summer 2018, we started Xfinite. We launched first a security token offering that we closed successfully in 2019. And we've been building the product since then. That was launched a few months back. And we're now starting the public blockchain journey.
Now, Exfinite, you're trying to you're trying to catch the brass ring is what I want to get to. That is very hard and elusive, and that is India. Which is everyone, it's a massive market. It's going to be so huge, but it's the most annoying country to me because for 2 years now, it's like, well, they're going to, crypto's no good. Well, we like crypto. Well, crypto's banned. Well, we can't ban it. Well, we might ban it. We're going to ban it. It's just being plugged in. Yeah. What's the actual, sentiment there?
Yeah, so firstly, we're part of the IAMAI, which is Internet and Mobile Association of India, along with the major blockchain projects from WazirX to CoinDCX. So, which is kind of the lobby for, advocating for the crypto industry. And yeah, so we've been really in the trenches. When the first ban was implemented, you started to clearly understand what was the principle of this, which is basically around monetary management of the economy. So the ban was focused on fiat on-ramps and off-ramps, so fiat rails into crypto. They didn't want money to flow outside of the real economy. Then obviously this was overturned by the Supreme Court.
That's a big deal, big deal. It's one of the only, I think it's the only country where the Supreme Court ruled on crypto.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. And obviously there was a strong statement basically ruling that the ban was unconstitutional because the action was way beyond the actual size of the problem. And so now there's rumors about another ban. Obviously we are kind of involved on the other side of the fence, but hopefully it turns into regulating them, right? India clearly has huge opportunities given how they build their economy around technology. The size of the developers community is astonishing. And so it would really be a pity for them to hinder this industry. And as you very well know, you can't really stop it. There's 7 million traders, and around traders, there's even more developers communities. As soon as the ban lifted, activity in India was really amazing. But at the same time, given the backdrop, it's in the nascent phases, right? So companies like us have really opportunity to make a mark. Obviously, Xfinite is a global company, and so we have ways of operating and not jeopardizing a business model regardless of what happens. But we would definitely welcome a regulation rather than a blanket ban.
Yeah, that's what I think they're going to move to. But this is all really pushed by the RBI, right? They're like
right now it's more it's the Ministry of Finance, so behind doors maybe, but the RBI has been overruled, so it's quite hard for them. They can always influence banks, but at the same time, exchange Wazirx started offering INR on ramps, so banks had started to get some comfort in banking local projects. But the RBI has more sway on the financial system than
I think it's going to move to
whole ecosystem.
to serious regulation, which maybe even like kind of leading regulation when it comes to crypto.
But that would be welcome, right? Even if it's tough regulation. And,
you know what to do. You have a clear framework.
Correct. And you've been in the space for a long time. I'm sure you've also seen how the space has evolved. Now there's a lot of good players and a lot of institutional players, but regulation can definitely make it more viable for real world use cases.
Yeah, sometimes regulation is just a light that shines on things to so you can see it. Janet Yellen just made a ridiculous comment. She said that Bitcoin was used or crypto was used for mainly illicit activities, and it's dropped down to like less than 1%. That's actually used for that now. So to say that it's just total ignorance. Well, you're a digital media corporation. That are project that you're trying to capture that big market. If you could go over what Exfinite is and Eros and Masala, those three components of it, just to give a broad explanation.
The relationship between Exfinite and Masala, you said?
Well, what Exfinite is and what you're trying to do, and then the different facets of it with Masala and Eros and what you're building.
Yeah, right. So Xfinite is a technology company developing blockchain technology for the wider media and entertainment ecosystem. Masala is the first dApp that the Xfinite ecosystem has launched. The teams overlap, of course, but our goal is to create a network effect also with external parties, and we have a few partnerships that we have announced of very big companies already. Starting to implement through SDKs our services. Eros, with Eros, we have an integration agreement, a content partnership. So they provide us with exclusivity over their entire digital library for advertising video on demand model. So a free to use advertisement monetized business model. And so again, we have access to all their digital rights and to their registered user base that is sitting now at 216 million users. Eros now already has a platform. Eros already has a platform called Eros now with 36 million paying subscribers.
And they're kind of like they're like Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But for very much for Bollywood content and vernacular content. So they have, we have 13 languages. As you may know, they call the Indian subcontinent or United States of India, because really they are like different countries with very different origins and local languages.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of Eros's main strengths, having been in the market since the 80s, is having built this relationship with the local communities through delivering content in their local languages as well.
That was my question.
So
there's going to be more than one language for all the content. so that it can be
Yeah.
utilized internationally. Okay, that was well. You jumped ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're Eros over $1 billion company, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They just merged also with an Hollywood company called STX Global. Sean.
Hey, lost you for a
Hello.
second.
Yeah. Sorry.
No
About
problem.
that.
You were saying that they just partnered with, was it SBX Global?
STX Entertainment. They merged, so now they're the same company. It's called Eros STX Global.
Okay.
And yeah, so it's a Hollywood-based production studio. They've done quite a lot of prominent movies, including The Hustlers with Jennifer Lopez, and they produce movies with some of the major Hollywood stars. So now they're really the first company with Hollywood and Bollywood hearts and distribution capabilities.
That does sound pretty big. And Masala is the first dApp that's on the chain.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. What is that exactly?
So Masala is a entertainment application. If you download it or start playing with it now, basically it's an OTT platform, so a streaming app platform with a rewards economy. So we incentivize users, similar to BAT, but BAT does it on a browser level. We do it in an app, and also, as I was saying, in other apps like Daily Hunt, for example, which is a big news aggregator in India with 280 million users. It's the top 3 apps in India. And so what we will do, we will integrate our content and our rewards economy on them. And so you will see, you can watch movies. We have the entire library already in. We already have also 25 more content partners. So we want to become a content aggregator, not only rely on Eros. And we have an e-store with 500 reward partners already, the likes of Adidas, Puma, McDonald's, Amazon.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. So you can earn your token, and then you can like cash it in. You can spend it on those items.
Yeah.
In the store. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you exactly are you using blockchain?
Right, so blockchain, so on the rewards economy, we have something called proof of engagement, which again, a similar concept to basic attention token, a bit evolved, right? Basic attention token calls it proof of attention. So they want to, in a decentralized way, create proof that the user is really engaging with the platform and spending time on the browser. We do something similar, but on the content engagement as well on the social engagement. So as if users engage with their wider network and make them part of our ecosystem, we reward that as well. What we're trying to build in terms of vision is really algorithms that will be able to give a value to all these sorts of interactions. Because if you think about it right now, digital media, so for example, what is an influencer? The influencers in the digital world is a sum of likes, and which then turns into brand power. What if in the future you could actually give a value to that like, and given that the user is actually that like, you should be recognized some of it, right? So that's where we want to go. Right now, obviously, we are on a journey to go there. And so for the time being, what we say in terms of it's basically recognizing back to you some of the value that you bring to us, which is your time, your attention, and your social power and data. Number 2, we are also working on non-fungible tokens, digital assets.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about those too.
Mm-hmm. Which basically wants to create further engagement. We want to gamify the whole experience. The streaming platforms now are, it's very competitive market. There's a lot, and it's quite a standard experience. We want to evolve that. We want to make it more interactive. We want the two stakeholders, the two parties to really talk to each other and interact with each other. So we will be launching an influencers professionally generated content or curated generated content, where basically big influencers or micro influencers can engage with their fans. They can also share rewards with them, but we'll also use NFTs to create sort of digital collectibles fund tokens where people can vote on certain things, so kind of distribute the governance to the community of fans, and a few other use cases that you will see soon.
Okay, yeah, NFTs are huge, huge, huge.
They will be. They will be. It's a huge buzz right now.
Yeah, can you just go over kind of the utility of the token and how it's used?
Yeah, so I already explained bits and pieces, stitching it together. Basically, the first thing that we do is we create a circular economy where the value generation starts from a real economy perspective through advertising and social inclusion, so social network invitation. And we mint the token basically to them, and they can use this to in turn go and spend it on brands, right? So they engage with brands and content at the beginning, tokens is minted. Then it goes to the brand, back to the brand through spending in the e-store, and back to us or to the brand as in form of payment. So that's really the basic. It will work in a similar way. It will work in a similar way for the influencers, but we'll also create bespoke branded digital assets for them with extra features that they can tweak if they want to do that. And so that's number one. Number two, a digital collectibles economy, right? So create that kind of NFT-based exchange of value. People will want to show their fandom and how they've interacted with Shah Rukh Khan or Priyanka Chopra or a cricket player. We've actually partnered up with the Pune Devils that are doing a T10 now in Abu Dhabi. It's public news, so they have us on their, they have Masala's logo on their T-shirts, and so we are doing fund tokens for them, which goes into this pocket of use cases. And how we link the two, it's similar. So we're basically going to embed on a smart contract an equivalent amount of the base token, which is going to be called XET, Xfinite Entertainment Token. In order to mint the digital goods, you will need a certain amount of tokens. They will be then locked or burnt through the smart contract or in the smart contract, and the digital good is generated so that we create that deflationary mechanism, where the more services are used from a digital goods perspective and from a spending perspective, the less token will be in circulation.
That was so actually really my next question is about scarcity and how you're going to do that. Okay, yeah, that's a cool.
Well, it's a fixed supply token. We have already allocated more than 30% of the supply just for rewards, so that will never enter circulation, hopefully. Well, I mean, that's the whole concept of it. It will never enter circulation.
Yeah, that's something I did want to ask you about. That's a little bugged me. When it comes to the tokenomics, you know, it's laid out here. Where is it? Here we go. Token distribution, public distribution, strategic partners, reward pool, staking, and the team. But all the colors on the graph are blue. You've got 5 different blues, so it's really kind of tough to see it. I think the team is getting was it 10%, and the staking is 11.25.
Well, team and advisor, yes. Staking is 11.25. That's a good comment. We'll get that changed.
Yes.
But basically, you can so public distribution 25%, strategic partners 25%, rewards pool 28.75%, staking 11.25%, and team 10, team and advisors 10.
Okay, yeah, just the big blue, the 25, 25, and 28. Those are the ones that are really similar in color. But yeah, okay. Well, that's, man, you really jumped ahead and answered some of my questions before I asked them. That's about all I had. It sounds really, really cool. I wish it, you know, the best of luck. I'm always looking forward to India, you know, blowing up and, you know, finally opening up. Yeah, because I think that there's such a need there, and they're so ready for it. And like you said, the development, the developer community there is massive, just massive.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for having me, and keep following our project. We'll share many more exciting news in the near future.
I would like to have you on later when you, you know, if you have some updates or once things start moving.
Absolutely.
It was good hanging out with you guys. Remember to comment so you're entered in the giveaway at the end of the week. It was good hanging out with you too, Mario. Take care,
Great
y'all.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sean.